that are kind of creating a few hang-ups for people. Understandably, I mean, these are not stupid mistakes at all. A lot of these, most of these things that I'm seeing people do, it comes from like a difference in your partner being compliant or complacent. Because we're all trying to be nice. We're all trying to help each other a little bit, right? Some of us are trying to help each other. And whenever that happens, then sometimes we can be a little bit too compliant with each other. Now, we don't want to be resistant either. I don't want to try to sabotage the technique. So we have to kind of strike that balance. That's what makes a good partner, is somebody who can provide you like good structural energy, good feedback. So we need to kind of strive to be these things. Not because we inherently even care about each other. If that's the case, that's great and everything, but you're not going to get any better if your partners aren't getting any better. So if you want to approach it from a strictly selfish, egotistical standpoint, that's fine too, whatever it takes. We get here, like this, I walk this out to create like a ramp. This here, it may not feel the strongest thing in the world, right? But this is definitely stronger than that, right? I don't want to like create irritation and pain, because it's going to give me a ballistic response, right? Sometimes he may pop his legs wide open and I just hop past his guard because of it. Other times he may squeeze tighter and then want to hurt me in response to it. So I don't know. But I would like to create the leverage that I can. Now, if I get here this way, please keep in mind this is up so I can talk better. This should be here right now. If I get here and I'm like, it's not going anywhere. A lot of times it's because I'm pushing his leg into my own leg. Right? You can't push a solid object through another solid object. I learned that in school. So here, instead, I go here and push, then I remove that obstacle that's in the way. Now, that did two things. It stopped the block that I had and also opened a gap of space right here, which helped with the leverage. Now I've got somewhere my knee can go, here. Now, as soon as I staple that leg here, you notice I had to shift my weight so I don't wishbone it. Once that, I go here like this, because when I staple that leg, I've really got a lot of control over his hips, but not his shoulder carriage. So that's why I'm going up here and getting head and arm, so I get control over the shoulder carriage too. Now, I'm gonna walk that leg up here as far as I feel like I need to where I'm not really straining to reach back and throw myself off balance, right? So I get here, swim back and cradle the leg. And now from this, I want to keep some pressure. Now, this is where I'm being nice. This is what I was telling you guys about. I'm still being nice to him for practice sakes, but I need to be trying to drive his chin through to the floor over here, this way, like that. Okay? So here, I back step. When I back step, I don't cross. Back step open, the hips to the ceiling here, with my butt still off the floor. This is still monitoring his leg here. Now I'm going to retract it, but as I retract, I push everything forward this way, okay? And we'll talk about that in just 1 second. Let me mention one other thing about this retraction, because this is one of the most significant forms of movement on the ground whenever we're like moving in between positions, because there's a certain instinct in us whenever we want to go from bottom to top and try to get up, that we just want to move forward. And we don't really pay attention a whole lot to the mechanics a lot of the time, and we're not that efficient in that movement. So what I'm saying is, if I want to just get up and I want to try to do it the fastest way possible, I'm not paying attention to how strong I can do it, I may just go like this, right? And you'll see people who have not been on the ground very much, and they'll move like that a lot. They move very awkwardly, and they just try to throw everything forward. And it's very weak. If I have any weight on me when I try to do something like that, nothing happens. I just get smashed back down. It's a very different story if I have weight on me here, and whenever I want to like get up to my knees or to my elbows or whatever, I do this. That's a much stronger movement, because as much as I may be shifting the weight and changing the shape of the object or change the weight distribution of the object on top of me, I'm also sneaking myself out from underneath that object too. That's a lot more efficient, and mechanically it's just stronger. So that's why on things like this, paying attention to those details about how I step, how I cross step, how I back step becomes really important. You may not have time to really stop and have that whole thought process in the moment whenever you're doing this move like this, but afterward is how you grade your performance. You're like, man, I feel really awkward at that one stage in this pass or at that one stage in this escape. Why? because I'm moving like crap. I'm not moving efficiently. You know, I need to be retracting my step instead of advancing forward. So anyway, now for the fun stuff. So yeah. All right, so when we finalize this pass, what's it looking like here? Something kind of like a cradle, and this feels like super strong like this, and I'm like, right? But the problem is, like, there's no pins in jiu-jitsu, like, for, you know, you don't win a match by pins. So this is not, this is good, this is strong, it's controlled. If it's a fight, maybe I can knee him in his kidneys a little bit here, you know? But how can I finish from here? Because it feels like something is really good, and I can do some kind of finishing move from here. I'm for real asking, I don't know, and I want to have a finish from here. All right, let's make something up. We get here like this, and I'm pushing the guy across this way. This hand here, since I have him up on his side, look, I want to go here, I want to tickle his armpit here. If he's not ticklish, I'll pull his arm open like that. Does it make sense, right? I want to step through that hole here, this way, okay? Now, again, if we're fighting, then this is already good. Great, from here. If we're not, then from here, this way, I want to pop my knee up, sit back this direction here. If I've still got this hooked, that's great. I can just squeeze and sit back on this arm here. I'm putting his wrist under my armpit, squeeze that way, okay? If I feel like I need a little more, I can get the second leg out, cross this way, or here, or cross behind his head, here. Those three things are not equal. It's what I feel like I need, because maybe I didn't have his arm isolated well enough, right? When we get here, cradling his head here, I've got him pushed away from me, like this. So I want this arm here, push it open, here. When I have this open, like greater than 90, I step my leg up from behind here, and I replace that grip with my foot now, here, right? Now, I want to hop this knee to here. I can prop against him if I need to, so it's not that athletic of a move, right? I'm keeping here, I'm going to pull this over here apart, right? If I don't feel like I've got good enough connection here, then look, I get this leg free. Cross my ankles over here, okay? I'd like to keep his arm on top over here of my ankles. So my ankles are in his armpit. He's got a little bit of a neck crank going on. I don't expect that to finish from here. I'd rather go for the arm lock here. It's a little more dependable. Or keep it tucked behind the armpit. Here, just be careful, because there's a lot of leverage on that elbow. Questions about that one?